Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tamara from Taj Designs, and today we're going to do a sublimation tutorial on our Christmas ornaments, and this is what they look like. So if you would like to see us sublimate on these, stay tuned and like and subscribe if you haven't. Typically the measurements I use is about 3.7 in width and 3.3 in height. The next step I would do is, sometimes I'll just take my Cricut tool, because I have these long nails. I will just find a little corner piece and peel off the plastic. And I try to do it as carefully as I can just to make sure I do not scratch it. Then I typically just pull it off with my fingers after that. This part is pretty smooth and clean, so just be careful. You're getting fingerprints on it before you press. I'm gonna do the same thing with the back, but sometimes I'll wait until I actually press this image. For the design portion, I am using Silhouette Studio Designer Edition. The page setup size I'm using is a letter, which is 8.5 by 11. All I'm doing is importing my photos from either my desktop or my downloads. And I'm just doing that using the merge button. I am resizing all of my photos to fit the substrate. And you can change the size of your photos by just clicking the photo and going to width in the height button and entering in the inches that you would like. Or you can just use your mouse and drag it in and out to resize it for wherever you want.
Every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high, till I feel the lights down.
So at this point, I'm pretty much done. All I need to do now is print. I'm just making sure everything fits on the page. You can either click File and print, or in my case, I just click on Command P. All of my presets are set already for Cosmos inks and for every size I have. I'm just going to the printer settings, making sure the paper source is on cassette 1. I always use plain bright paper, and I make sure the quality is on the highest. Always remember to keep your mirror image checked on, or you won't be able to sub on it. For supplies, I just use basic ones I have around the house. I just use a Cricut weeding tool, some really sharp Cricut scissors, measuring tape, a substrate blank, and my heat resisting tape. So I already have the design printed out, so we're going to cut. More than likely I'm going to fast forward through this video.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high, till I feel the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
My heat press is set at 400 degrees, and I have a timer on for 60 seconds. So I'll just place either butcher paper or white printer paper down, and I press the substrate face down with the picture on top. I let it cool down for a few seconds. See, this tape didn't leave any yellow residue. And sometimes if you leave it on, it's easier to take off after you press. But this is the front part. Looks pretty good and pretty shiny. So we're just gonna flip it over and do the same thing. Sometimes I wait a few seconds until the substrate cools down more. So once it cooled off, in my opinion, enough, all I do is grab a photo and do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm gonna speed past this since we've already covered it.